Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. Do you have an unsupportive spouse or significant other when it comes to building your business? Well, pay close attention because in this video I'm going to share with you some key insights that I learned from Elena Cardone on how to build a supportive spouse in your business. Now, if you don't have the book, Elena's book, Build an Empire, I strongly suggest that you pick up her book. It is available on Amazon in paperback, Kindle, or Audible. And I have the link to Amazon in the video description so you can go pick up your copy. In the book, she likens having a supportive spouse. Now, she comes from where she was the unsupportive spouse for the first 4 years. And so she likens the relationship of having both spouses on the same page like a Clydesdale horse. A Clydesdale can pull, one Clydesdale horse can pull 8,000 pounds on its own. When two Clydesdale horses pull, it's 24,000 pounds. That's 3 times the amount. Now what happens is if you think about it, when you don't have, think about the unsupportive spouse. Okay, you're one Clydesdale horse. You're pulling 8,000 pounds in one direction. Your spouse, who's not supportive, they are a Clydesdale horse pulling in the opposite direction. You're not going to get anywhere. So what is a way to get people on the same page? Elena shared the story back in 2008. That was the year that really was a defining moment for them as a couple. Before then, for the first 4 years of their marriage, Elena was in part of her career. She was an actress and always believed that she shouldn't rely on Grant being the sole income earner. Okay? And so when all of a sudden in 2008, when Lehman Brothers went belly up and the whole recession started to happen, she remembered sitting down. She was pregnant with their first child. And she saw Grant's face. And he was just shell-shocked. And she said to him, "What are we going to do?" And he said, "We're going to die." It's pretty much what he said. And she looked at him and said, "No, you're not." And she's pointing to her belly. She said, "You're going to go and you're going to figure it out." So Grant goes into his office and 3 hours later comes back with this big printout of papers. And it was his first book, Sell or Be Sold. And he said, "This may not make us rich right now," he told Elena, "but this is going to be our springboard, and I promise you I will never scare you like that again." And from that point on, she made a hard decision herself going, you know, I have to be full on board with Grant, and I have to be the most supportive spouse as possible. I can't be the Clydesdale pulling in the opposite direction. So then what happened is they started working together as a team. And now flash forward to 2019, they have really become the ultimate power couple. Before, in 2008, Grant was really only known as an expert in the automobile industry. Now he has become one of the big thought influencers, leaders, entrepreneurs. He has spanned beyond the automobile industry. And then this past February, they put on a conference where they filled it up with 35,000 people, or close to 35,000 people. So what do they do? This is a secret of what they do to be always on the same page. And this is something that you can do with your spouse. I found it very, very effective. Every Sunday, they get together and they work on the goals they have as a couple and with the business. So they get out a sheet of paper and they divide it into 3 columns. One column is Elena's column of which goals she has. On the other end of the column is Grant's column, what his goals are, and then the middle column is their column. So she said you want to work the ends of the goals to make sure that they are alignment in the middle. So sometimes you can get those goals out of alignment. And so if there's this disconnect, it's like the Clydesdales pulling in opposite directions. That's why you have to always get together and focus. And so some of the ways to help bring your spouse aboard is set up some tangible goals that they can see. So if there is a goal, for example, maybe you have a goal that you want to pay for your kids' college educations. You may want to start setting up that college fund right now that you've always been talking about and put aside a little bit of money, like even if it was just $20 a month, put that in there to show your spouse that you're serious about that. You know, give them some sort of proof. It doesn't have to be some big grandiose gesture, but just something simple to show that you're serious and that you mean it. And the fastest way that people are going to come aboard, especially your spouse, is if you start getting results. That means you've got to start showing up and doing what you're going to be doing. You can't be all talk and all learning. You've got to execute. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. You know, you've got to get over the opinions of what others are going to think of you, because the opinions, in the long run, they don't pay the bills. You know, and Elena talked about in the book when she made the decision that, you know what, I've got to support Grant, so I'm going to work with Grant. And so she went and started working at the company with him side by side, and she got a lot of flack from a lot of her friends saying, you know, you're not being the right woman here, you're going backwards. She didn't care. She had one prime focus, and that was to help Grant become successful. So some other things you can do is find out what are some dreams that your spouse has that your business could help provide. And to bring them around, you've got to sell them on that vision. Sell them on the vision of what's possible, on the vision of what they see. Because a lot of times we get caught up in life and we forget the visions that we've had. And so to tap back into that, get them feeling about that, go vision casting, create a dream board or a vision board together that you can look at and have something to look forward to, and to keep looking at that, keep meeting together. And when you do that, that's going to help them come around. You can even give them some simple activities to do that they feel like they're a part of your life. I'll give you an example. When I'm building my business, you know, my husband, he's very supportive now, but back in the day, he really wasn't, because he felt that I'd be spending so much time working on my business, you know, that I wasn't spending enough time with him. And that provided a source of disconnect. So what I started doing, knowing that he is a whiz when it comes to technology, I have him do some of the technical aspects of my business, where I have him render videos. I have him doing some other things so he feels like he is participating in the process of building the business. Where if I need things done that involve a technical aspect, I put him in charge of that. And that really helps free me up to focus on what I need to do, which is, you know, creating products, meeting people, introducing people to my product, service, or business opportunity. So there you have it. I hope you got value today. If you did, leave a comment and share. If you don't have a copy of this book, pick it up. I have the link into Amazon in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.